Hi everyone, welcome to DOdaily Wednesday workout. Des here, just checking in, hoping to provide a spark of midweek motivation. Keen to carry on in a positive frame of mind. Of course, this is my honest and realistic take, but I think it'll be a short one today. Just kind of picking up from where I left off yesterday. Lots of talk about how my levels of activity for my Tuesday training, working off that motivation, were really high. Taking that into Wednesday and the workout, more running, another 5k in the bank. Not a quick one tonight, feeling a little bit tired in all honesty. The weather was grim. As much as I spoke about the positives of running in the rain, you know, when you're feeling a bit tired, when you're setting off in the cold, damp, and you've got it all to do all over again, it can be a little bit tough. But again, got out there, managed to get my run in, and just feeling good to have done another one. Towards the end, my legs were going a little bit, but that's to be sort of the case, isn't it? Building up the training, building up the mileage. Again, it could be looked on as negatives, but finding the positive in the fact that I've just added to the numbers as much as anything. Whilst it didn't feel particularly great doing it, it didn't necessarily feel great afterwards, a little bit cold. I was at the running group, not too many there either, but a nice atmosphere, people chatting away about the training plans and what they're doing, and that's the inspiration that I kind of feed off. So I'm hoping some of this, what I say, some of the stuff I talk about in terms of activity might just rub off on others. It's not all about activity, of course. It's about a positive frame of mind and taking that forward into the rest of the week. I always speak on a Wednesday about getting over the hump, realising where we're at, taking that little bit of time. The reason I do the running clubs in the first place, been doing that for 7 years now, but one of the real reasons was to break the week up, looking for a time where we spend a bit of time on ourselves. It's been really, really important and crucial for me over that time. So now I talk about the way I'm feeling, I try to reflect, look forward and work out how I can get it right. Take time to process, of course, in doing this. At the end of each day, it gives me that opportunity. So in reality, not a great deal's happened today. Got up, gone to work, come home, work, run, eat, sleep, repeat. Just a classic case of that, really. So normally when I say it's going to be a short one, I end up waffling on about something and going down a route with it. But today it's just about sort of maintaining things. That the weather, as much as anything, was the barrier I had to beat. And I think that if there is any kind of message to come out today, it's just sort of facing up to them hurdles, when not the big things, things do really push us off track, but there's things that often demotivate us, whether it is running or whether it's from the things you enjoy. Of course, I try and extend this a little bit away from exercise and activity. Whilst it's my thing, my drug, it's those things that are put in the way. It might be if you're a walker, for example. I know that's activity again, but the weather, the cold, and what I'm trying to get to almost is when they're on the mind and we still get about and do what we do, or if somebody's upset us from work and we were going to do this and we're not going to do it now, or somebody said something wrong, and we just sort of get beyond that, we kind of feel better for it. And as soon as we're beyond it, it's behind us. And I think that was the case today with the running. It was one of those where, for all the things I've said, it was a little bit grim. But it was one that I had to sort of tick off after that long run. Sometimes after doing something where we get so much from it, it can be easy to pat ourselves on the back, probably a little bit too much. Think we've almost achieved what we need to achieve. So it's about getting back on the horse and going again. Ironically, it's Cheltenham week. Managed to watch a little bit of that, one of my favourite sporting events. Just quickly flick through the races, not massively into the horses, but I love Cheltenham. So a little bit down time, just give me that time to prepare my mind, watch that, and then sort of get out, do my run, and then enjoy the sort of serenity this week of the running club. It was quiet, as I mentioned, and again, it all makes for it's all about taking the positives out of the day. There's no reason there for me to mention flicking through the highlights of Cheltenham, but it was one of the plus points of my day. I always try and find those plus points, always try to realise, as I said before, if there is a message in this, how I've overcome obstacles and hurdles and jumped over that fence. And today it was about sort of going out on tired legs, in the cold. It was raining when we started, that's always tough. And then finding the positives of being in a smaller running group. What it gave us was a bit more of an intimate feel. Of course, I try to encourage as many people as I can. I love that side of it. It becomes a big thing every week, almost a big event, a big occasion, big part of my week. It's been a big part of my life. But this week, again, it's about finding that positive, and getting through it. The way we was all feeling when we started was a bit like, oh God, we got to go and do it. But again, because it felt a little bit more intimate, it felt like everybody was inspiring each other. A couple of groups of us went off in different directions. And that's what we need sometimes, isn't it? We need to find inspiration from others, find inspiration from what others say and do. And just little words sometimes can nudge us in the right direction. And of course, I say it all the time, but that's what DOdaily is all about. It's just trying to support people wherever I can, but also make sure that I'm doing what I need to get to a point where I feel I can be a real inspiration. I probably, if I'm honest with myself, some of the things I've not done in recent months, some of the little mini breaks we do daily, and some of the running I've not done, I almost feel like a bit of a fraud. But when I know I'm battling hard against the I was going to say demons is the wrong word, battling hard against the elements as it is right now, or some of the tricky things that have happened, which I've spoke about recently, it's makes me realise that I am working back to where we should be. I've said that a lot recently, and when you feel like you're working to where you want to be, where you should be, and there's a goal and a target at the end of it, because that's all we're ever doing, isn't it? Working to the next goal. It gives us purpose, it gives us intention, but more importantly, it gives us a positive and enthusiastic mindset for everything we do. Whatever you've been doing, however your Wednesday's worked out, even if it doesn't involve exercise, I hope it's been a good one. Hopefully you've took that opportunity to take a step back, weigh up how the week's going, see where you can do it a little bit better. Well, firstly, see where it went wrong, or take forward where you can take the good things forward, or see where you can do it better, like I said before. And that's what it's all about on a Wednesday. Just a check-in. It is going to be short today. Really, really pleased to report that I'm still feeling fantastic and still finding real positives out of a very, in reality, nondescript day. But it's worked for me, and that's all that really matters. Hopefully you understand what I've said there. Hopefully it makes some kind of sense, trying to pick the bones out of what hasn't happened in many ways. But that's what DOdaily is about, isn't it? Honest, realistic, and hopefully relatable. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate that. And of course, with YouTube, we're always looking for that next subscriber. So if you can add to that, get me up to that 1,000 marker. Not too far from it now, while sometimes even I wonder what I'm doing. Sometimes it surprises me as well with the support I get. So thanks for all that. Thanks for watching. Have a good Wednesday. If it's not worked out so far, make it work out for the rest of the week. I'll be back tomorrow for the live episode, Thursday Thoughts. If you've got any questions about absolutely anything I've said, anything I'm feeling, if you want to ask me the most personal questions, if you want to ask me the most straightforward or silly question, I'll answer that as well. It's just a light-hearted way of taking some time out to pass on some information, things that people might want to know about. It's as simple as that, and a chance to get involved, and of course to further support the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Just doing it.